This topic is called factoring out a monomial from a polynomial multivariate. Multivariate means that we have multiple variables. So if we look at this problem here, we want to factor the following expression: 16v to the third x to the fifth plus 26v to the eighth x to the ninth y to the fourth. So we're going to factor out a monomial. So that means we want to find something that we can divide out of both of the terms in this polynomial. So if we're looking here, we have 16 b to the third x to the fifth plus 26 b to the eighth x to the ninth y to the fourth. So we're looking to see what we can divide out of both of these terms. We have to be able to divide it out of both of them. So first thing we're going to do is look at the numbers. So looking at the numbers, the coefficients here, we have 16 and we have 26. So the biggest number that we can divide out of 16 and 26 would be a 2. So we're going to take a 2 out of both of those numbers. So the next thing we need to look for is the letters. So we look at the v's. We have v to the third in the first term and v to the eighth in the second term. So what that means is we can take out 3 v's, we can divide out 3 v's from both of them. We can't do any more than 3 because v to the third in the first term would cancel out with the v to the third that we took out in the beginning. So pretty much when you're looking at these, you want to see whichever one has the smaller exponent, that's the biggest amount that you can take out. So here we can take out v to the third. Then we look at the x's. We have x to the fifth and x to the ninth. So the most that we can divide out would be x to the fifth. And then we look at the y's. The second term has a y, but the first term does not have a y, so we can't factor out a y from both of them because the first term doesn't have any y's. So that's all we can take out of those. So now what we need to do is figure out what is left. What we have left once we factor out the 2v to the third x to the fifth. So we're dividing that. So when we take 16 and we divide that by 2, we get 8. And then looking at the other variables, we have v to the third we're factoring out, and we have x to the fifth. So that means that those are actually going to cancel out when we're dividing. We take v to the third divided by v to the third. That gives us 1. Then we take x to the fifth divided by x to the fifth, and that gives us 1. So all we have left is 8 when we're factoring out a 2v to the third x to the fifth. And so then we look at the second term. 26 divided by 2 is 13. Then we divide v to the third from v to the eighth, and we get v to the fifth. There's 5 v's left once we take 3 out. And then we look at the x's. We take out an x to the fifth from x to the ninth. That means we have x to the fourth left over. And then we also have y to the fourth left. And so looking at this is the factored form of what we're looking at here. We took out a 2v to the third x to the fifth, and we had 8 plus 13v to the fifth x to the fourth y to the fourth left over. I hope this helps, and good luck in finishing out this topic.